Sorry about that. What's up, guys? Today I am gonna be roasting another Screenrant article. We're on episode 17. This is pretty much has become a TV series now. It has almost become a TV series. But today I found one yesterday. They're talking about how the character that can lead into the new Jurassic World franchise, which I guess partially, before I get into that, I can partially talk about this. I figured why not make it in one video. I'm gonna talk about, because they announced they're doing another Jurassic World movie coming out next year. And they had a director, and I guess figure why not talk about that first before I get into and my quick thoughts. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just not excited. I've come to the conclusion. I was one who did like the Jurassic World movies, the first two, but the first one I like still. But the second one, there are a lot of holes. The more I think about it, and what they specifically did with the dinosaurs is my ultimate crime when you think about it. You took one of the scariest dinosaurs ever made. Well, that ever lived with the Tyrannosaurus, and you made it not scary. You bitched him out. Granted, I still don't think it's as bad as what they did in Jurassic Park 3, but it almost is worse a little bit because that at least Jurassic Park 3 was a different T-Rex. This was supposed to be the Rex, like the classic. You made the T-Rex not scary. You turned him into a superhero, basically. Same with the Velociraptor. I just think you took two of the creatures that had some of the most scariest scenes in the franchise. I mean, that original breakout scene. Even, for me, from Lost World with the Eddie Carr's death. There's T-Rexes in that movie in general. Even, the trailer scene. Some of the most scary... Fallen Kingdom was the one, I'll admit. That one scene in the beginning is good. But then they have not had a scene like that since. But the Raptors are the same thing. They just turned... you went from that kitchen scene, the long grass scene. Or the tall grass. Long grass, sorry. The long grass scene. That was such a fucking iconic scene for me. That's probably my favorite Raptors. I love the kitchen scene, but the Raptors in the field just dragging the people down, even though it was a quick little sequence. You don't get that anymore. You don't fucking get that anymore. I don't know. I think it's frustrating because it's anyway, that's a side point, but I just don't think they're going to learn the lesson because it seems like, one, they're keeping the Jurassic World name. I just don't understand. Go back to the Jurassic Park branding. That's your branding. Okay, cool. You did the Jurassic World thing, but I guess they still want to keep it. But what else is there left to tell? And then the fact that you have a director who already gets hired and then immediately, he already left because creative differences. When I understand it happens, but that is and it's not a good sign because it sounds like he left because they just wanted someone to just shoot what they're. It sounded like they just kind of like what Marvel does, where you're a hired gun, you're not necessarily actually involved in the storytelling and all that. The story's already pre-written, you just got to shoot it. And that's what it's sounding like that they want here. So I don't know. So it's already just sounding bad. So anyway, with all that little prelim, the point of this article, Screen Rant is saying the person that should lead the franchise is Kelly Rowland from The Lost World, which, oh my God, it's so bad because they don't even bring up a legitimate point why she should lead. It's all she stood up to her dad, but because she went, so she's free thinking, and it's okay, that's any character. That's not a characteristic that's exclusive to anyone. That can be any character. Oh, so she could stand up to the government. That they literally said something like that she could stand up to the government and the best of the bad guys essentially. And that's going to be the other thing. Oh, sidebar before I get back. Sorry, a lot of sidebars. Just this. I love this franchise. So I was just thinking about this since I was about to do this article. So Jurassic Park, I was just thinking about that, and it's like how cartoony they have made the villains. And I don't like the idea of having outright villains like they did. Like, yeah, you had Nedry, but he was not an outright villain. He wasn't necessarily trying to hurt people. He was in it for the money, but that's it. Even Ludlow, he was just an asshole rich guy, but it worked. But you get these cartoony bad guys in some of the new ones, like Hoskins in the first one, and I love Vincent D'Onofrio, but he was just generic government guy, and then fucking I don't remember Mills from the second one, and then uh, Dotson, which it was cool seeing him again, but he was just another rich asshole, which that's getting tired. Like that's kind of getting tired, and I understand that's part of the franchise, but do something different. Like, and I would have just rather there not be human bad guys anymore. I think that's if I were to maybe we'll do that. I think I have done that before, but now that they're actually outright making new films, I can do an updated version of that video. So fuck it. I'll do what I would do with Jurassic Park. Maybe sometime later this week. If I don't, for some whatever reason, I can't get to my. I'm planning on doing my list, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get that video done this week. Some point. I didn't want to talk about that because it's just so anyway. But they want to make Kelly Rowland the lead of the franchise. And let's be real. The real reason that I got to the they told on themselves because she's a black woman and they want to pair her up with the black girl from Dominion who had no characterization. She was just tough pilot chick. That's it. Right, I've only seen that movie. Like, I've seen it twice. In theaters and then a bit after. And it both times it just does not work. It's not like, I'll say this, it's not like TLJ bad or Rise of Palpatine bad, but it's still not good. And then, so bring this character back that really no one remembers. Because they even mentioned, she's LGBT, and, you can put these two black women together. There's literally no other reason than that. And Kelly Rowland, let's be honest, is probably my least favorite part of the movie. I love Lost World. She's my least favorite part. My friend Mara has told me that basically she's based off a character from the book who's actually her friend. They just made Ian's daughter, who in the book is actually white, but they just mixed it because she had a black friend. So they mixed it. They don't explain it in the movie. That gymnastics scene is one of the cringiest. I just fast forward it. Like, okay, I don't necessarily have a problem with her kicking the raptor. If she just, she gets on the thing, kicks the raptor out, okay. But the twirling, it's like, we didn't need to see that. That was much. And she's not like the worst kid character in the franchise, but I didn't need her character in the movie. It's so I just, the fact that Screenrant just made a whole article just because it's just literally that they're on this, like, we just need a black character, and her characteristics is not that different than literally any other character. She's a free thinker and carefree, and like she stands up for herself. Like, that's any fucking character. That's literally the most basic writing. Why does that mean she should lead the franchise? And for me, if you're gonna do a new Jurassic World franchise, really quick, I guess I could do a quick pitch of what I would do with the Jurassic World if you're gonna bring it back post, I guess, Dominion. You don't bring back any of the legacy characters, and I don't consider her a legacy character like that, but she was part of the older movies. You don't bring them back. If you're gonna do this, you go new characters. Dinosaurs are out in the wild now. One, we go horror with it. I think it's time Jurassic has kind of dived into more horror out of it. Maybe you jump ahead in Biosyn, or like there's more dinosaurs loose because people have been more fucking with, because now that there's loose dinos, people have captured dinos, and of course they're gonna have access to their DNA. So you go that route with it, and I think that's what it needs to be. We need to go more the horror route. Maybe you just make it about a family who's living their life, and then one day, like they live like in the woods or something, and their dog goes. And you don't have to. I'm not saying you got to show. I'm not going to show it, but you know, animals, people start disappearing, and we realize it's like I would have it be like maybe it's a pack of raptors. I would have a T-Rex, but I'd save that for later. But I would be like, we need to lean into the horror a little bit, and I think that's where you go with it. Just new characters set in this post-Dominion world where dinosaurs are just loose in the world. You know, or within that film, there's a scene where they go out to the sea and the mosasaur attacks. You do something like that. I know they kind of showed it in Dominion, but I want to see a whole scene of that. Like you do it like Jaws, like Godzilla -1. That scene, like I want that scene with. I just thought of this now. The Godzilla -1 scene where Godzilla's chasing the boat. Imagine how the mosasaur. You basically could have a similar scene like that. That'd be fucking cool. It's like they don't take advantage. But anyway, so back to the point of the video. Sorry, I know I've been kind of switching around a lot. It's just because, to be honest, it's just so stupid that they want fucking Kelly Rowland to be the lead. Just because it really just comes off. It's that white liberal shit. Like you just want to, because we have a black girl and she's gay. Or the other girl's gay, so that's the only reason they should pair up. Even though her character was a one-note character, she was a pilot chick that said some sassy lines here and there in the movie. That's it. I don't remember her character. I don't even remember her name. So, yeah, like Kelly was the worst part of Jurassic. Was the first part of Lost World. There's no point in bringing her back. To do what? What would she? Why bring her back? I think the one thing those new movies did, they were like smart, like, you know what, we're not going to mention our character. Maybe like a line about Kelly, but you don't necessarily need to see her. Because she's a plot hole. And the fact you only want her in the fucking thing, I'm going to say it again, you just wanted her because she's black. And there's nothing wrong. You want black characters, fine, but you know what? Make a new black girl character. If you want to have her have some characteristics like Kelly, fine. But just make a new black girl character if you want a black girl-led Jurassic Park film. But let's be real. People want to see Jurassic Park for the dinosaurs. Not necessarily the human characters. As someone who loves Jurassic Park, I actually do like the human characters when they're actually done fucking well. But there is that part of me that still is like, I do want to see the dinosaurs. So there's no reason to lead with identity politics. You've always had strong black characters. You know, Arnold, Ray from fucking Lost. Mr. Arnold, yeah, he died. Even though he died, went out like a G. Sam Jackson, the first Jurassic Park. You've always had, like, because these movies are set, like, obviously not in America. So, Costa Rica, even though it doesn't know why, but Costa Rica. And it makes sense. Like, so, I don't know. I don't understand, like, this weird, like... And her character doesn't need to come back. I don't think, like I said, really quick, like I said in my pitch, if you're going to do a post-Jurassic World Dominion movie, go all new. You don't need to bring any of the characters back. Owen, Claire, the legacy characters like, Alan, Ian, and Ellie. Like, we don't need to see them again. Like, Dominion, the one positive I will still give it, they did treat the legacy characters with respect. That's the one positive I'll give that fucking movie. But I don't need to see them again. And I think we need to just go all new characters. But doesn't seem... I think they probably are going to go new characters. It just... Screenrant is being retarded. They just basically... Waste of an article. They just basically we need to have a black girl lead Jurassic Park. And that's what it's sounding like. Because for whatever reason, they feel like we need representation in a movie about dinosaurs. Dinosaur islands. Because Who's to say they bring her back and then what? They just kill her off? Because that can easily happen. I'm not saying that's what would happen, but I can see that they can do that. They can just bring her back just to be like, she's in the movie and then she gets killed. So, why? Anyway, guys, I just wanted to rant about that really quick. Figured it's a Jurassic Park related one. I'll see if I can maybe find another one for like next week. We'll see. Tomorrow, most likely the 2013 list. I did put a list together, but I'm just saying, if something happens and I don't end up doing it, then I'll probably just do that Jurassic World pitch. I'll do like a whole video on that. So we might do that if I don't end up doing my 2013 list. Tuesday we'll do Saw X. Wednesday we'll be doing I'll just nix the Plan 9. It's been too long since I've said I was going to review it. I'll just talk about it within the actual. We'll just do Velocipaster. So we'll do that on Wednesday. Thursday we'll do Death Race with Jason Statham. Thursday and Friday we'll be doing. I should be seeing Out of Darkness. I'm planning on seeing it sometime this week. Most likely Friday, but if I can, depending on how things go this week, I might even see it before Friday, but we'll see. Even if I see it before Friday, I'm probably going to still review it on Friday. So I can, depending on how I think of it, I want to get my thoughts. So let's say I see it like on Wednesday or Thursday, give myself a two day or two to think about it before I review it. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So I'm still going to review it Friday. So I'll do that Friday, and then maybe I'll try to find like another Screen Rant article. So anyway, guys, so I'll call it here. Fucking Screen Rant's retarded. They're fucking gay. Talk to y'all later. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.